Hello, I am your host, Kathy Chester, and welcome to the Move It or Lose It podcast, a podcast about all things that move the mind, body, and soul. The Move It or Lose It podcast is for information, awareness, and inspirational purposes only. I am not a doctor, and I don't even play one on TV, so please consult your doctor before making any medical decisions. The views expressed by advertisers, guests, or contributors are their opinions and not necessarily the views of the Move It or Lose It podcast. Hello, welcome to another edition of Move It or Lose It. Today, I finally have the Spoonies on. So I wanted Jen on for a long time. I have read and known about the Spoonie Sisters, and not as much as I actually thought I knew. So today, as we discover more about them, I'm excited, Jen, to have you on. We tried to do this back and forth, and we are just a little bit too busy. So I am very excited to finally have you on and to learn more about how you got this started and where you're going in the community and just all about you and how you even started doing this. So, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, we laughed a little about our Pokemon cards and how we're just collecting our autoimmune stuff like Pokemon cards. So, before we go into the community and why we do it, oftentimes there's a reason why we start these things. It's not like we just thought, what do we want to do for our life? I know I want to work with diseases. So, what brought you into the world of autoimmune and sickness and wanting to be a part of that community and help with that community?
Yeah, so in 2012, I was officially diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And I had
Which
no
is fun, right?
Oh yeah, it's a blast. And I had no idea that this was going to start a whole life change for me.
Yeah.
And in 2022, I met this awesome girl. Her name is Chelsea, and I'm gonna butcher her last name if I try to say it, but it's Chelsea, and she lives in New York City.
Mm.
She hosted a podcast called My Immune System Hates Me.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
Genius name, genius name. I quickly got hooked on her podcast, and
Okay.
and we became fast friends. Well, as life happens, she wanted to get back into uh, dancing again,
Uh,
and she also teaches children, and she just has a
that's
blast, and she has a
awesome.
great life, and there we are. The podcast is going away, the support group is going away, and I saw a need in the community
Mm.
to keep something like that going. And I had noticed through what I was already doing on my Instagram, I was collecting sisters. I was
Yeah.
collecting friends. And so I was like, why don't we call this My Spoonie Sisters?
Yeah, I love that.
That's the people I'm collecting.
Yeah.
And so I kind of started this Instagram account and community,
Yeah.
and through her encouragement and many others, I finally decided to pull the trigger and start a podcast, which was super
Yeah.
intimidating and scary.
Yes. Agree.
I don't think we talk enough about how scary it can be when you try to
Right.
do an adventure like this that you've never done before.
Right. I cannot tell you how excited I am to announce my partnership with FootScientific. Their Elevate 360 drop foot solution is amazing. It's lightweight, it has customized sizing, which is amazing. I've been in braces where they are much too big and bulky. This one has memory foam, it's comfortable. I have walked my dog, I have run with it already. I have danced in it, and it is amazing. It has stainless steel anchors, which you can wear them in any shoe you want to. But to be able to have them connect to your laces so that you can lift the foot so that the drop foot isn't so bad and know that they're safe in there is so incredible. To be able to have this, to be able to have it on your ankle and then attach it to a tennis shoe, to attach it to a heel, actually, or a sandal is absolutely amazing. I cannot tell you how excited I am to be a part and partner up with Foot Scientific. They are truly here to meet our needs. So I encourage you to go on to the website at footscientific.com, check them out, and of course, use my discount code. It is MS Disrupted, all caps 30, and you'll get $30 off your pair. And also, don't forget 60-day guarantee. If it doesn't work for you, then you can return it. And that is why I love Foot Scientific. They're a company that truly cares about our needs. So don't forget, check them out. I love my partnership with them. Have a great day. And
But
you
it
have
was
people that have been doing it for a while, and then when you go into like interview a doctor or something, you're just like, "What am I doing? Am I saying the right things?" And that's very intimidating.
exactly, it really is, but what I've noticed is they're just like the rest of us.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
normal people, and I've actually met some with chronic illness as well. The lady
Yeah.
that runs Room to Grow, she is a pediatric rheumatologist, but
Uh,
she also has rheumatoid arthritis herself.
okay.
And so it just goes to show you never
Yeah.
know who you're gonna meet, and they are just like
Right.
us.
Yeah, I'm sure that you found the same thing where I have gotten so much information. I've I've gotten a doctor that I've loved from doctors that I've interviewed. And it really opens your eyes and really helps you to understand so much about doctors and about, sometimes we can be really harsh with our doctors. And it really helps you to understand, that they go through a lot too. And so it's really opened my eyes to that, and I'm sure for you as well. So it can be intimidating, but it is a whole world of just learning so much about everything. And I really enjoy that about podcasting. Now, for your podcast, Jen, do you do it weekly or bi-weekly, or how do you do yours?
When I started out, I was doing it biweekly, but over time, people were pushing for more, and so it turned into a weekly thing.
Uh,
I do take off a chunk of time, so during the
okay.
summer, I still record throughout the summer periodically, but I turn off the podcast for the month. We're not producing anymore, or not the month, the whole summer, because
Um,
I really want to be able to focus on spending time visiting our children and traveling
right.
and things like that, and, we've got our son getting married this summer, and
Wow.
and so I
Son
need
getting married, you look like you're 20.
oh
What?
my gosh, thank you. Well, I'm a grandma. I'm 45 years old.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It does not seem like, wait, what is this saying? Okay. Well, he'll figure that out, I hope. I don't know, it just said something weird. Okay. Yikes. Says
Yeah.
something, yeah, I think we're okay. All right.
Okay.
So I cannot believe that you are in your 40s or whatever because you don't look like a grandma. I just had my first grandbaby. And so isn't that so exciting? Isn't it so different?
I think as much as we try to prepare for what it's like, we have no
Yeah.
idea. We have no idea
No.
because now you get to be the fun one. You don't have
Right.
to worry as much about the rules, and
Right.
you get to have them come over and spoil them, and so my grandson is actually coming over here in about a week. Actually, we're getting him
Okay.
this weekend, and so it's
Oh,
all about
fun.
going to the park and playing with
Yes.
dinosaurs and
Yeah.
yeah, all the fun things.
Oh, I love that.
And it's such a fun age. I love it.
That's awesome. She's only 1, so we're getting into, like, where she's going everywhere, and I'm, like, taking everything out, learning what I can't have out anymore because she can reach and all that stuff. So it is the best feeling. It is amazing, and I love it. So I'm glad for you for that, but I can hardly
Yeah.
believe you look so young. I can't believe that. So,
Thank you.
wow.
Well, pro tip, when she gets a little older, about the age of 2, get
Uh,
magnet tiles because I'm telling you, these
oh, yeah.
toddlers, they love the magnet tiles. It's
Oh,
like
good.
their
Okay.
favorite thing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get them, like, I should get them now.
Yeah, yeah, Amazon, they have quite a
Okay.
selection. We even got our grandson
Magnetile.
some that have
Okay.
dinosaurs, so you can
Oh.
build your things, but then you have the dinosaurs to play with along with it,
Oh,
and
I like
they
that.
also magnetize to the tiles, so yeah.
Really?
Mm,
Okay, I'm in. I'm gonna go get it. Okay, I love that. I love the grandma talks that we got to have.
I know,
That's
right?
awesome. We just gave tips to, I know a lot of grandmas that are listening. So that's awesome. So then, like, so you did this, you started, so before you did the podcast, but talk to me about the community that excited you.
What I enjoyed was getting to have that face-to-face time with each other, and
Yeah.
when she was still hosting her support group, we would get together on Thursdays, and
Uh-huh.
her support group was geared towards only people with rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
And so I have one now that I opened up more to just anyone with chronic illness
Okay.
because I kind of like hearing about what other people live with.
Yeah.
I find it fascinating. Plus, they need just as much support as the rest of us.
Right.
but I love that weekly check-in. We can vent,
Yeah.
we can cry, we can laugh. We
Yeah.
we even have, I have another group that I'm in that is a book club. So we do a
Okay.
check-in, but we also read books and talk about the
Yeah.
books. So
That's
that's fun.
awesome. So
Yeah.
you do your support group weekly?
Actually, right now the support group is monthly, but
Okay.
I keep saying I'm going to implement it into to twice a month. It's going to
Okay.
happen at some point, but just life has been crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I mean, I always think like maybe I should do a morning and an evening. I try to figure out when and how because I
Mhm.
do the women's one, but then I also do like a newly diagnosed one. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, like how I wish I could like duplicate myself and which I'm sure you feel the same. And so, but I
Yes,
love it's hard, but I
there's not
love that
enough
you have
hours
got
in the
that,
day.
right? It's like, so when you do the now do you have some help in the support group? Do you have other Spoonies that are
Yeah, so right now she's kinda taking a hiatus,
mm,
but, my friend Megan from
uh,
It's Meg's Fitness, she is
uh,
the one who decided to do this with me because we were always talking about mindset shifts and
yes,
having a healthy mindset, and we just did a lot of collab work together, and we finally decided, "Okay, let's start this support group that's focused on having a healthy mindset."
yeah,
And so sometimes we would go in and strictly just let's have a catch up. Let's check in on how everyone is doing. But other times we would come in with a presentation of
yeah,
talking about ways to implement having a healthy mindset. And sometimes they had to do with a season or a holiday.
right,
And so like for spring, we would do how to spring clean your life.
yeah, love that,
And
love
and so
that.
we would give a lot of tips about that. But then for Valentine's Day, when we did that month, we got together and we made Valentine's cards to send to each other.
Oh,
And
I
so
love that.
you never know what you're going to get. But right
Yeah,
now, I'm kind of running it by myself, but
yeah,
it's a lot of the same women that come and go in and out of
yeah,
the group. So we have a lot
for
of fun
sure.
together.
Yeah. Now, have you ever thought, I know the guys have done this, and I've always wanted to do this, like have like a fun like getaway with the girls.
I've thought about it, but it
Mm.
seems like everyone that I know lives so far away.
Right?
The
I know.
closest person to me is in Arizona, but it seems like
Okay.
everybody else is either on the East Coast or not far away from the East Coast.
Right, right. Yeah, that is. It's very tricky, I know. The
Yes,
guys somehow do it, but I don't know how they do because I'm like, that just seems like it's so difficult to do, but it is a dream that I have that one time we'll be able to do that. But I do like that you shifted to the chronic illness because I've often thought about that with mine is to have because I have so many, as you build your people group, as you build that community, you have so many people with so many different autoimmune stuff. As you know, as you have three, and as well as I do, it builds. And so you find yourself wanting to make it more of a chronic thing than it just being like an MS thing or a rheumatoid thing.
right.
So I have like thought on that often. Like, do we make this more into a chronic thing? And so I've been really thinking about that lately. So you're getting me thinking more. So thank you. So so you've been living with rheumatoid. Was that your first diagnosis?
That was my first diagnosis
Okay.
in 2012.
Okay. And so what did you think? I remember when I was diagnosed with it, I was just 20 and I was like, "What? That's like an old person's thing. Like, do I even need to worry about this right now for real?" How did you know?
Exactly. I think a lot of us think that
Yeah.
because that's kind of the way it's produced to us through time is we think you hear the word arthritis, your mind automatically goes to, oh, that's the old person's disease. I'm fine.
Right.
There's other things I could get, but I'm fine. And
Right.
2010, I was 30 years old, raising 3 middle schoolers, and that's when I started having pain and problems, and it started to
Wow.
progress. And 2011 was when I had my first rheumatology appointment because my family doctor was like, "Okay, I thought it was an infection in your knee. It's not an
Right.
infection. Now it looks like it's rheumatism. Let's get you going."
Mm.
And that first rheumatologist really didn't take things seriously.
Okay.
He was like, here's a couple pamphlets. You might have this, this, or this."
Right. Right.
And I saw him for a year before I finally
Mm.
said, "Okay, I'm done. I'm firing
Yeah.
you. Let's try someone else."
Yeah.
And that very first
And
appointment I
that,
walked
Jen, is
in.
so empowering because a lot of us, especially our newly diagnosed people, don't
Mhm.
realize we can fire our doctors. We
Yes.
have the power to do that, right?
It's okay to do it because sometimes that person's not the right fit for you, or they're
Right.
not taking you seriously, or they're not listening. Maybe they're not doing the right tests. I don't know.
Right.
But for me, it was like he never wanted to move forward with giving me the actual diagnosis and never explained things well to me.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have to go to Doctor Google every day.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And
Totally get that.
that first appointment with the new rheumatologist, I walked in and he's like, "Okay, I've looked at your blood work, I've looked at your scans, everything." And he's like,
Yeah.
"I think it's safe to say you have rheumatoid arthritis.
Wow.
You're zero negative, but this is
Yeah.
what you have. You
Yeah.
have
I
all the
love
signs and
that.
symptoms."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Same. And I hated that when doctors were like, I finally found mine as well at Michigan University. And it was like, I loved her. I loved that she was, because everybody would say, the other rheumatologist would say, well, you have multiple sclerosis as well. So, there's not really medication we can give you. So it was like, all right, bye. Like, good luck. And so she really dug into finding one that would work the best for both of those. So it's like when you find the right one, you're just like, yes. So good for you that you did find one that would work with you and really like understand this is what you have. And then
Thank
you
you.
could go from there. So now that you had her and probably on the right medication, did that, do you feel like that helped a lot with your body?
So it took a while. It
Yeah.
really did. So we started with a biologic because automatically they were like, what you're doing is not enough."
Okay.
And by then I was on methotrexate and had been for a while, but
Mm.
they were like, this is not enough." So they put me on Orencia, and even that, they watched that go for a few months. "No, this doesn't seem like the one for you." And that's when they put me on Remicade, which is a TNF inhibitor.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was doing really well. I was like, "Oh, yay, I'm in medical remission. I can do the things. I can
Yeah.
hike, I can do 5Ks again. I feel like me."
Right. Right.
And then I started to get these sores,
Mm.
and I didn't know what was going on, and I went to
Right.
urgent care because my husband looked at my leg and he's like, that's not right. That's not good. You need to go get that checked out."
Yeah.
Went to urgent care. They thought I had a skin infection that
Okay.
they were thinking I got it from the gym.
Okay.
And so I was like, "Okay, whatever. Give me whatever you think I need to do." And so, the
I've
blood.
had the craziest of things come on the podcast with the craziest things people have said. I'm just like, what? What
I
did
know.
they say to you
I know, right? And so,
to hide
you
this?
listen because they're supposed to
Yeah,
be professional.
right,
So I go home and I'm doing all the things, and now it's getting worse. Now it's on both legs.
right.
Now it's starting to get on my arm. Okay, what's going on? Go to my rheumatologist. It's time for my next infusion. And I was
My
like,
gosh,
"Okay, so this is what's going on. Am I still okay to do my infusion today?"
my goodness.
She took one look at it and she said, "Oh, this is not a skin infection. I'll be right back." What? She left the room to go get the other rheumatologist in the office.
Okay,
Apparently, what had happened was so rare that she thought, "Okay, let's get a second opinion, third opinion. They're gonna wanna see this."
yeah.
Excuse me. As soon as they looked at me, they were like, you're allergic to your TNF inhibitor. This is pustular psoriasis. It's a 1% chance that you can get
Oh
this when you're on this
gosh.
infusion."
And now, how painful is that?
Picture, as my PCP said, a burn from the inside out.
Oh, geez.
So as
Is
soon as
it painful and itchy?
it is painful and itchy, but you feel the pain deep down in
Mm,
there. And that's why
mm,
he described it as being a burn victim from the inside out. And my
yikes.
skin started to look like an
I'm
onion.
starting to like rub my like I've got something.
I know, and as it spread, it got on my
Yeah.
scalp, it got in my
Oh,
ears, it was head
geez.
to toe, all over
Oh,
my
Jen.
bra line. I still
Oh,
to this
gosh.
day
Kinda like
from
shingles would spread.
right, and with the scarring, I still don't
Yeah.
like wearing bras because
Oh,
it feels weird on that
yeah.
underneath
Oh,
part,
sure.
but yeah, my skin would start to peel like an onion,
Mm.
but it was red and it was oozing pus. I mean,
Oh,
if
gosh.
people wanna be
Sexy.
really grossed out, look it up, but I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Oh,
disgusting.
sweet. Oh, I'm just so my heart just hurts for you so bad that you had to go through that.
Thank you.
Oh, I hate that. I hate these dumb things. I hate these diseases. Damn it, I want them gone.
Me
Oh, I hate
too.
that.
But, I look at it this way. The things that we go through, they
Yeah.
make us who we are today, and they make
Oh,
us
for
stronger
sure.
people.
We
And
definitely are. We are bad bitches. That's who we are.
yes, yes, we are. And as much as I hate this crap,
Yeah.
I wouldn't take it away and I wouldn't change it just
No.
because I think it's made me a better person.
Agree. Jen,
I'm
that
more
is so
compassionate.
wholeheartedly. I know, empathetic, which I know our country doesn't like, but I think that that is so true. Like it has made me who I am. And I don't know. I mean, I've had it so long, these things, but I think it is I can't imagine not having it. I think it made me a better mom. I think it had done a lot to me. And, do I like waking up every day and thinking, okay, this medication, this, okay, how does my body feel today? Can I do this or this?
Right.
No. But the point is, would we be doing this today? Would we be spreading awareness and help today? And I love what I get to do. And I can't imagine doing other things. And I'm sure you feel the same. So I love
Yeah.
that.
I love that I look at people differently now. If I
Yeah.
see someone walking slow in front of me, even if I'm able to walk fast that day,
Right.
I'm no longer sitting there rolling my eyes being like, "Ugh, come on,
Right.
it's taking you
Could
so
you
long."
move? Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
now I'm kind of looking at their gait, I'm looking at their feet, how are they walking?
Right.
And I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So here's my question for you. So, as someone that has multiple issues and multiple chronic illnesses, what would you say is something that you've got, something that you want to share that people wouldn't know, that people wouldn't even think about?
Like a tip or a thought, or what do you
Yeah, or thought, or just having it that an illness that might maybe would surprise people.
I mean, I think it might surprise people that we still have our good days, and
Yeah.
because, you get people that they're like, "Well, you were fine yesterday, why are you not fine today?" I hate that. I hate when
Yeah.
you hear people say that. I've felt that myself.
Mhm.
We don't know. We don't know what our body's
Right.
gonna do. I
Exactly.
think I feel completely normal, what I consider normal today, and I can do
Right.
all kinds of activity, and then for some reason tomorrow I'm laid out. Maybe I didn't
Yeah.
realize I was overdoing it,
Right.
but each day is going to be different.
Yeah,
And just because maybe I had a bad day today doesn't mean I'm not gonna have a better day tomorrow.
for sure. Or like oftentimes I think we don't pay enough attention to the weather. Like I know here today it's a beautiful day, tomorrow it's going to be 95.
Ugh,
So our body has to adjust to that and it takes time. And so today may be a great day, but the next day because of weather or whatever, it may be a not such a great day. And so I think sometimes people don't understand that. That can be something that people don't understand. Um, I think
most
that's
definitely.
one.
Most definitely. I don't think I understood it. We'd hear people joke around about their arthritis and knowing when the weather is going to change, but
Yeah,
I definitely believe it. We can tell. We can tell when
yeah,
something's brewing.
for
But
sure.
I guess one piece of advice I'd want to share with people
Yeah,
is don't get stuck there.
yeah,
I understand wanting to mourn your life and grieving
right,
for what you had expected for your life to look like.
right,
But whatever you do, put a time limit on it,
for sure.
because if we don't put a time limit on it, we're gonna grieve every day, all day,
Yeah,
and you're gonna
yeah.
miss out on so many beautiful things in your
I
life.
love that. I love how you said that. Always called the black hole. And it's important to grieve. And do you agree? I always tell, like, especially in the support group, that it's not just a one and done, but as we grow and as the diseases, as they challenge us in that it's a process of grieving what we lose as we get older and grieve it, but as you said, don't stay there because we really rob ourselves of so much when we do that. And so I think that that's the important part about finding those support groups and finding those people
Mhm.
within that understand and that can give us that, because even the people that love us the most, even whether it's a spouse or they want to understand but they can't understand, like people like our spoonies and people. So what gave you the idea for spoonies? Tell me that. Introducing the Pulse device, cutting edge wearable device, revolutionary wellness designed to stimulate circulation, reduce harsh pain and tightness, and speed up recovery. The Pulse device uses advanced vibrotactile technology trusted by patients, clinicians, and wellness professionals. Whether you're recovering from an injury, battling a neural condition, or just want to feel the best every day, Pulse helps you recharge so that you can live and feel better. Lightweight, powerful, and easy to use. Experience better performance, better recovery, and a better you. Order now and save $30 using my code MSDisrupted at pulsedevice.com. The Pulse device is your health recharged. You won't be disappointed. Get it now for yourself. I have it. I love it. Go ahead and grab it.
Well, somewhere along the way, I'd heard about the spoon theory, and we kept talking about it in support group. And so what ended up happening, I'm not explaining this well. My
You're
apologies.
good.
But what ended up happening was this group of us that had been in support group with Chelsea. One day I was like, "Hey, let's do a spoon toss." I
Yeah.
think it'd be fun to start creating these videos where we're tossing spoons of energy to each other. And so it just started with that, and every few months, we would do another spoon toss. We did a
Yeah.
holiday one for Christmas where we were all dressed up in Christmas stuff, doing it by our trees. Some people would grab a spoon out of their tree or out of a stocking.
I love
We
that.
just tried to really have some fun with it and joke
Yeah.
around about what our lives were dealing with. And so just doing all of that is what really sparked my thought process on
Yeah.
calling it My Spoonie Sisters. These are my
Yeah.
sisters I'm having fun with. We do these spoon tosses. We talk about the spoon theory, so we're gonna be My Spoonie Sisters.
Yeah. I love that.
And as time progressed, I was like, "Okay, I'm kind of leaving out the guys. I feel kind of bad." And so I have tweaked it. So, like, last
Uh-huh.
season, I brought on the co-hosts, and now
Uh-huh.
it's more of when a person comes on the podcast, they're talking to their Spoonie Sisters.
Okay.
But we do have a co-host that's a man that comes on
Okay.
periodically as a guest, and
Yeah.
he's a lot of fun too. So, I don't know, the name has kind of been tricky because I don't wanna leave people out, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how it did
Yeah. It's
start.
true. I didn't know that. So I have to like, so you got him. Now, in the support group, is that for everybody or just for
Yeah,
women?
yeah, that's for anybody, and
Okay.
if they were to go to my Instagram stories, there is a
Uh-huh.
link in there to sign up for a support group,
Uh-huh.
and once you sign up, you get email reminders, and
I like
so,
that.
there might be we used to try to do it the first Monday afternoon
Uh-huh.
of the month. The
Yeah.
afternoons were getting really tricky for me,
Yeah.
and so I was like, if you guys are up to it, I'm gonna switch it to Tuesday. There's more people that have wanted to come, but they can't come on a
Yeah.
Monday. We're gonna switch it to Tuesday. We're gonna do 9 in the morning
Yeah.
or even 9:30 in the morning."
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Okay, yeah, yeah, I think that I can make that work." And so that's what I've done, except it's no longer the first one of the month. Now it's just
Okay.
whatever particular week I think is gonna work well.
Okay.
And my hope is eventually to have 2 Tuesdays a month. That's my
Okay.
goal. But anyone
Good
is
for you.
welcome. You get signed up, you'll get the link to come in, you'll get the email reminders to join.
I like
Mm.
that.
And we have a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great idea. So what would you say is one of your biggest dreams or hopes with this group or creating in anything in the Swing Sisters or just for you? What is like let's say 2 years that you've got a goal that you really are looking forward to?
Mm. I mean, my end goal is just to continue helping people that are newly
Yeah.
diagnosed. And of course, I always welcome the people that aren't because the more
Oh
voices
yeah.
we help support the newly diagnosed, the
Yeah,
better.
for sure.
But my biggest goal has always been help the people that are in the beginning stages
Yeah.
because we were scared to death. We didn't
Oh
understand
gosh,
what was
yeah.
going on. We didn't understand half the terms. I mean, it's a scary place to be. And so to have
For
people
sure.
you can ask the questions. When they find out they're going to be trying a new medication, they can come and ask,
Yes.
"Okay,
Yeah.
what are side effects? Okay, I'm having this side effect. What
Yeah.
did you do to try to help combat that? You know,
Right.
methotrexate is a great example. It's a tough one. People come in
Right.
and are like, I can't get this nausea under control. What have you
Right.
tried? What has helped you?
Yeah. I love that. We do like like tips and hacks. And I
Mhm.
love that, where because there's things like where people who've had it for a long time have that wisdom. And then having like the like younger diagnosed people who are newly diagnosed, I should say, I think they offer so much because they give the people who've been diagnosed for so long kind of that fight. It's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, this is why I'm fighting. And so I think that combination is really great to have. So I love that you have that as well. I'm reading through since my printer didn't work, so you guys will have to excuse my constantly looking and trying to read. Um, I love yeah, so share with me, like, some of the things that are, like, some of the moments that are just really difficult, because I think sometimes we don't like to share them, that you just sometimes just feel like, I wanna give up," and what about that keeps you going?
There's been a few times, and I can think of a few years back before I even started the podcast. I remember leaning on that original group so hard because I was going back on methotrexate again,
Okay.
and I hadn't been on it in a long time, and it was hitting me so bad,
Yeah.
so bad. And so being able to go and say, "Okay, ladies, what can you tell me? What worked for
Yeah.
you? What am I missing here?" And just getting a pep
Right.
talk because I felt like I was pregnant and nauseous every day and didn't want to eat, but I knew I needed to eat. And if I didn't eat, it made it worse. It was
Right.
horrible. And I was like, okay, how did I tolerate this so well 10 years prior?
Right. 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 Our
And it's
bodies change, things change, it's like, "What's happening now?"
yeah, so that was really a dark time for me and just having them there to listen and give me the pep talk.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably all of my examples are dark times of where maybe I'm being more symptomatic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, can I cry for a little while, guys? Can I vent
Yeah.
about what's going on? And those are the times where it's like, why do I even do what I do?
Yeah.
Am I even helping people if I can't help myself? But
Yeah.
but man, we can do both.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that I think it's in our head. And that's that my brain, my cognitive just let that what is it called? That where we think we're being false, like we shouldn't be doing it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
I know
syndrome
I
that
know exactly what you mean.
my brain
Brain
I'll
fog at its finest for both of us.
right. I'm like, oh, it's called
Imposter
imposter
syndrome.
syndrome. Yeah. So I think that is something we all struggle with when we're doing something. It's like, do I even have the right to do this? Do I even know anything? And it's like, and then you do it, and it's like, why does this get me every time? Why is this? And it's just, something that we struggle with. And I think
Yeah,
we just got to shove that voice away and say, you don't own me. You don't get to be in my head. Leave.
exactly, and at the end of the day, everyone else is probably feeling the same way
Oh,
that
for
we
sure.
are, and
Yeah,
why
definitely.
not share with them that we feel this crappy because
Yeah,
that's gonna help them feel less alone. At the end of the
for
day,
sure.
we all wanna feel less alone, and so having
Yes.
people showing us the real, the raw, the nasty stuff, the negative,
Yeah.
that's what fuels us to keep going because we know we're not the only one.
Oh, yeah. Because that's the worst. Because we all feel that, and we know with these chronic illnesses that they bring on such a anxiety and such a depression, and to hide that or to always, like, glamour us in shots and stuff is like, "Come on, really? You look this good all the time," and I'm like and I think that's why I just like my ponytail on top of my head with no makeup a lot, so they can see, "No, this is what I do. I train all day." So most of
Yep.
the time, if you want me to do something real quick, my ponytail will be on my head and I won't have makeup on. So I think it's important because that's who we are most of the day.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And I
yeah.
think it's important to look that way. And I loved your video the other day. I love those when you're tossing things, or that was really funny. Was that on TikTok?
Oh gosh, which one are you thinking of?
The one
Which
where
one
you
is
were
it?
fake, like acting like you had this symptom and they didn't really do anything. I posted on my story.
Oh, okay. What did I have in my hand?
And then she like a stuffed animal or something. And then
Oh,
she's
yes, yes, yes. We had giant microbes.
okay, okay. Oh, that's okay. So
Yeah,
that was that on TikTok?
I think it's on both of them.
Okay. I like that one. I thought that was really funny.
It was a lot of fun, and I don't know if anyone ever wants to collaborate, please hit me up. I love
Oh my
doing
gosh.
stuff
I would love to
like
do that
that.
with you.
I th I love bringing some humor in there. I know some
Yes.
people have a hard time with humor, but if we can't laugh at ourselves and what
Oh,
we do with,
absolutely.
oh my gosh,
That's
I
so
can't take
important to
myself too
me.
seriously.
No, I'm like, I'm not a serious person, so I'd have a really hard time. But I just think like we have to. Everything to me
Mhm.
is has got to have fun to it and funny stuff because my gosh, I mean, you know what I'm going through right now. So if I can't laugh and I can't have like humor with stuff, there's no reason. You wouldn't want
Yeah.
me on a podcast. You would not want me leading your support group. You'd be like,
Oh,
girlfriend,
absolutely.
take a year off. So, I mean, we've got to laugh at stuff.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
my question to you is, did you ever imagine that this in your community with the Spoonie Sisters would ever be this big?
No, no.
Yeah, that,
I honestly, when I started it, I was like, "Phew, I'll be lucky to make this a year."
yeah,
And before I knew it, I just kept having people reach out to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, you've helped me so much. Thank you
yeah.
for what you do." And every time that I'm like, "Ugh, am I even helping people? What am I doing?" Every time I have those thoughts, I get a message from someone.
Oh,
And
that's so
it could
neat.
be someone thanking me, or it could be
Yeah,
someone saying, "Hey, I now have psoriasis. What has helped
yeah,
you seen the best?"
right.
And just the fact that they appreciate what I'm doing, but they
Yeah,
also were like, "Oh my gosh, she's the one I need to talk to." I'm like, "Okay,
exactly.
I'm doing something right, and if I
Yeah.
stop, how many people are gonna be upset with me?"
I mean, I can think about you sharing this now and the people that that I work with that my clients are going to be like, oh my gosh, I need to get a hold of her. And I love that. And you and I talked about this in the beginning that I think is so important is that we both have a heart to collaborate. And which made me love you immediately because I've done podcasts where I've had people on and they never have me on. And they've taken my ideas or people and they're just like, bye, see ya, and it's this competition. I'm like, how can you compete for sick people? Like, there's so many of us, and this we're supposed to be a community that
It's
those who can help, and we work together. And so, to
uh-huh.
me, competing is so selfish, and
It
it really brings out the immaturity of a person.
it's like experiencing Mean Girls.
Exactly, exactly.
And at the end of the day, it's like there's room for all of us.
Right,
And shouldn't
right.
we be supporting each other and cheering each other on? What are
Oh,
we doing?
100%. Like we
Come on.
talked about, like if I knew someone that I would think like, oh, this would be a great person for you to know, for you to be on the podcast, or someone that had some of your stuff, I'd be like, you've got to know her. You got to
Oh
be in
gosh,
that
yeah.
support group. I
Oh
can't
gosh.
imagine like, no, 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 you got to stay in mine.
Mhm.
It
As soon as
just
I meet people and
makes no
interview
sense.
exactly, and as soon as I meet and interview people, I'm like, "Oh, I know who you need to talk to," and I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
if you wanna do more podcasts, you need to talk to X, Y, and
Right.
Z, and, oh, don't forget this one over here."
Right.
Because that's
Yeah.
how it should be,
Right. Absolutely. 100%. And
and
so,
each
yeah.
podcast does it a little bit differently,
Right,
and so there
a
might be
100%.
a different angle of the story that's coming out from
Right,
different avenues, and I
yeah,
love that. We're not all asking the same questions.
sure, for absolutely not. And so, for you doing this, now you've got, like, a different you've got a co-host now, and
Mhm,
so when they come on to do to be on the support group and stuff with you, then they become you do, like, a monthly newsletter or monthly, like, email thing. And
mhm,
then, like I just started doing a newsletter that I have help with. So I just kind of asked some of the women, would you like to help me with some of these things? And so one of them has been really great at starting this newsletter. And so just trying to, like, I'm just there now, trying to kind of get the community going and trying to make this again after we kind of had like a big loss of women. And because, to me, that the same as you, like, I want this community moving and kind of growing because I love that. My favorite thing too is I'm sure you feel this is when they can talk to each other and you know that they've helped each other. That's like, yes, so they've made friends.
it's a
Or when
win.
it's like they go somewhere and then they've met up together. It's like that is such a community. And so that feels good. And I'm sure for you as well.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So I want to know if you were to meet someone newly diagnosed with any of our fun things, what would be the one thing that you'd want to share with them?
I would tell them not to give up and that you are not alone. We are all here to support you. There's a huge community of us. We are going to pick you up. We are going to
Yeah,
link arms with you, even if it's virtually. We're going to link arms with you and we're going to help you through this.
yeah,
Ask questions, lean on us as much as you need to, but you are not alone and you are going to get through this. Maybe
so
not
true.
necessarily in one piece, but you are going to get through this.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that because I think that that's a big fear. And what would you say to them about like doctors and stuff like that? Would you tell them like a specific, because I know in our support group sometimes we have trouble with them wanting to tell them, "Oh, you have to go to my doctor."
Yeah, and I've heard people do that before, but
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that I would say, and I say this to everyone all the time, is it's okay to fire your doctor. I even made a sticker and a
Yeah.
magnet. I should
Yeah.
send them to you.
I know I wanted to do this because you and I talked about that. It is okay to
It
do
is okay
this.
to fire your doctor, and I wish I
Yeah.
would have known that sooner. And so the one thing I
Yeah.
want people to take away when I meet them is it's okay.
Yeah.
It sucks to start over. It sucks
Yeah.
to need one. I get that,
Yeah.
but your body might thank you and your mind's going to thank you
Yeah, for
because
sure.
this person might not be doing you any good, any service.
Yeah.
They might be missing something, they
Right.
might be overlooking something, or they might be lazy.
Yeah, 100%. And I think if you get a nervousness that you're going to see that doctor, that's right there, like, that's a red light. If your stomach is all upset because you're seeing that person, that's not good at all. I
Absolutely.
think that we have to really, and just knowing about you, I wanted to know what have you done, like, obviously what you're doing with with your Spoonie Sisters and the support group. When did you start advocating once you got this? How long did you feel like it took? Because I mean, we talked about you have to grieve for a bit, and we talked about not staying in that place because that's
Right.
gets you in a bad area. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it was until 2021 where I started
okay, okay,
looking at and talking about it. And that's when I started to meet some of these girls in the original group. And
mm,
it made it feel okay to do
yeah,
because I think that was around the time where people finally talked about it on social media.
yeah,
And it's like, oh, wow, it's okay for us to talk about this. We don't have
yeah,
to hide it just because our friends and family don't get it or people are tired of
right,
seeing it in our personal lives does not mean that we have to be
right,
silent. And
yeah,
that's when I finally was comfortable saying, okay, I'm going to post something. It's really
yeah,
scary, but I'm going to post something and I'm going to tell you that you're not alone and that I'm going through this too.
right. I love
That
that.
was scary. It's always scary the first time.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing or saying. I hope this means something to somebody. But yeah, I agree. That is. Well, I'm really glad that you started because I've loved today. I want to work with you more. So we'll
Thank
do
you.
something really silly. I'll do that with you, 100%.
Absolutely, absolutely, and you are definitely coming on with me
Oh,
and
thank
the
you.
host because they're gonna love you.
I'll be very excited, and we'll help each other with our support group. We'll go on each other's with something fun. And no, I can already, my brain's already thinking about things that
There's a
we can do.
million fun things we can do.
Oh, for sure. And so, it's been such a pleasure to have you on, Jen, and I wanted to do this for so long. So I'm so excited that I want to honor. I know you've got another commitment, but it has just been such an honor. I just have been so excited to have you on. I'm looking forward to next time we collaborate and them seeing like, oh, they're doing something again. So
Thank you. It
I
was my
love
pleasure.
Oh, you've been great. I've got an idea how to steal just this, well, not steal the spoons. That's not anything new, but still, I'm always amazed at how many people don't know that, the spoon theory. So I love that you do that. I love your heart for collaborating. I love your heart, what you're doing with the groups, the support groups. And thank you for being on today.
Thank you
And
so much.
absolutely. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today. Make sure that, and I'll have all of your links for social media at the bottom of the podcast. So you'll be able to get in touch with Jen if you would like and get to know more about her. And so those, again, will be on the bottom of the show notes. And Jen, thank you again. And Till next time, guys, on Move It or Lose It, we can't wait to have you back for our next guest. Have a great day. Enjoy the weather wherever you are, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Move It or Lose It podcast. It would mean the world to me if you subscribed and left a review. Remember, you can find me on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube. New episodes of the Move It or Lose It podcast air every other Wednesday. If you have any suggestions for future guests or topics, please visit my website at www.msdisrupted.com. Until next time.